How's it going, guys? Housekeeping, uh, OMS poker, and in it, this. One of the few things GW didn't label from the depths of his cellar. Well, upon the first light, I got Latakia. Just tastes like a Balkan. Of all the different types of Latakia blends that I enjoy, I think I enjoy the Balkan the most. Not that I'm not a huge fan of Pirate Cake and what is Gaslight, the GLPs. Them are like a um, steak, as far as your revisiting them in the same day. You don't normally eat a steak and next day eat a steak. Especially in today's climate. Lucky to get a steak a month. Mm. The lemon tree tamper. And if I was to hazard a guess of what this was without having the label on it, I would say it's probably a Rango Balkan. And as you can see, I'm back home once again. I got the VCR primed up with some Mr. Deeds. There's a new kid in town. Huh. I needed something funny. Our temperatures. Uh, we hitting in the 90s today, and I can say this: I ain't ready for 90s yet. It's hot outside. Mm. OMS coffee and my quick bunny spoon. And the coffee is Cloverleaf from Dollar General, the donut style that I seen from one of Joe's posts. I really enjoyed all the pipe show, Chicago pipe show videos. They're they're amazing. I can't wait till I get to go to one. Not so much the overwhelming view of all those beautiful pipes, but to get to meet people one on one. You know, people that I've known for years on here, and get a put a put the physical to the digital, if you would. You know, the the thing about that I see about the digital media is kind of like it's kind of like drawing. You know, if you drew a hamburger, it can be the best drawn hamburger, best painted. The illustration just looks like it's real, but you try to eat and it's empty. You try to touch it and you can't. You know, that's kind of how I view the physical meeting of people compared to the digital. You know, you get to see a picture, you get to um, see how a person behaves, but it's a different, you know, whenever you get to meet them on in the real world. There was a saying, you never want to meet your heroes, and I don't agree with that. This is a dark roast coffee. I think this would pair better with a medium roast without the if you're a coffee drinker, it's got like a more caramelized type of taste to it compared to a medium roast. I don't really care for a light roast. It tends to make me too jittery. Like the breakfast blends, and I didn't give this any drying out time. Sorry for all the relights, but it's giving me all opportunity to gather my thoughts as I'm going along. Sometimes making content, you either tend to repeat yourself or you go into a different direction to where um, some people it isn't their thing, and some people can't relate to it. Like on my channel, it's always been about video games and pipe smoking and food. You know, that's my wheelhouse. That's where I'm comfortable in. And I like whenever I see other people branch out, you know, whether it's uh, travels or things that they're into. Some, you know, not niche, but people that like books. Uh, Gilman, a scholar, you know, also love books too, and so does Marcia. But it isn't something that I comfortable about talking, you know, far as my genre of books would be fantasy in the uh, Dragonlance world or Forgotten Worlds. Uh, Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman are uh, my favorite authors in the Dragonlance world, and in the Forgotten world would be R.A. Salvatore. An engaging conversation, and it's kind of strange how people are. Sometimes you put out this same content, yet your views go down whenever you look at your analytics in the YouTube Studio, which is an app I suggest everyone that's making videos get if you're wanting to grow your channel, or uh, you're wanting to have interaction. Uh, it helps you with your uh, to be able to see how long someone watches your video, how long did they stay engaged, and kind of your group, like 25 to 35, that type of clustering that kind of helps you, if you're wanting to direct your videos to uh, gather more views or to have more interaction. I can say that once you, everybody wants more, but whenever you get more um, views and you get more subscribers, there's less of you to go around. So always keep that in mind. Um, I never really shot towards keeping others entertained. Uh, what I do is just make videos that pertain to what I'm doing. I'm not trying to follow. Uh, there's enough people doing pipe making. There's enough people chasing the blends, all the small batches, and you know who these people are, and if you want to um, want to see how a blend is before you do it, just you know uh, look at the people who's buying all the time. Another another wonderful tool is Instagram, as far as getting to see and getting uh, kind of a written description of the blend. You can go to the website, but that's the people who's making it telling you, what they get out of it. But if you find someone that has similar taste to you, um, and you find that out by watching, the videos and see what they're smoking, what their mainstay smoking is, and it helps you kind of balance out the um, tin hoarding, or um, impulse buying. To find something that's the best bang for you for the buck. I'm about a quarter down in the bowl, and it's really starting to shine. Plus, getting some of the moisture off of it without without superheating it, smoking it super fast. It isn't like um, any other type of smoking that you'll do. The slower that you go at it, the more that you pick up from it, and the less problems you have with your tongue or the melding or amalgamation of all the flavors. The slower that you go, it's like burning each individual component in there and getting to taste them instead of just superheating them and get it's a completely different taste. I like doing that, especially like with my Captain Black. I like to chew on that. I get a burley that don't have different facets to it and different flavor profiles, and just chew on it, fill up the fill up the room with smoke. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the smoke with me. I hope I didn't bore you to tears. Peace out from Texas.